Hey, everybody, it is Kathy, and a wonderful panel of eBay sellers have joined me. So come on in, everybody. Come in, come in, come in. This is live streaming on my Facebook business page. I love to be selling. And it is also streaming in a very special boot camp I've been running this past week, eBay Holiday Sales Success Boot Camp. So come on in, everybody. And what I have asked is some of my seller friends from my membership group, Social Media Insider, to join me and share some of their killer seller tips, because they are all super sellers with all kinds of great insights, with all very different businesses, which I think is a great thing to talk about, because eBay does have so many different styles of selling. We have many different ways of acquiring inventory. We all have done different categories that work for us and different strategies. And that's what I share in my membership group, Social Media Insider, because as I explained to all of you, I am not a cookie cutter coach. I am not a one size fits all. I'm very much about meeting you and partnering with you and helping you in your style of selling and for your eBay business. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So you get to meet Scott and Jen and Libby and Cheryl, hear about their eBay sales success and their killer tips for you. So I'm starting with Libby. So Libby is with Washington Consignment. Libby is a consignment seller, which is why I brought Libby in Pennsylvania. And so I'm going to let Libby introduce herself. So Libby, where are you in Pennsylvania? And how long have you been now?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit, I'm an hour above Philadelphia in the Lehigh Valley. I was in Philadelphia. I've been selling since 2012. I did it in conjunction with a brick and mortar store. And
now, do you still have the brick and mortar, Libby, or has that closed?
No. We moved out of our location, and we're looking for a new brick and mortar, new location. We kept the online going, and it was so wonderful that we never went back. We never went back to a brick and mortar store. So, yeah, and I'm all eBay all the time. I love eBay. I do a couple other platforms, but eBay, everything is on eBay. That's my main source of income. Yeah.
Now, your consignment, so explain how people find you, how they give you inventory to list on eBay. How does that work?
So since I joined Social Media Insiders, actually, I've been working, my main goal was to really brand the business. So no matter where people saw us, we would have a recognizable logo, recognizable brand. So we've done that. People find us on social media. We're big on Facebook, Instagram, word of mouth. People reach out to us, text us. They're interested in consignment. People always ask me one question about consignment. How are you ever going to get the inventory to run your business? That is the only thing I don't worry about. I always have tons of stuff, tons of people contacting me to consign. It's actually never been a problem. And most people in consignment will tell you that.
So for you with your business, from what I'm hearing, now you've been with Social Media Insider, it's 2 years, 3 years, Libby? I forget how long.
1 year. 1 year. It was actually last year's holiday boot camp.
Oh, a year. Oh my goodness. Watch your progress. You're like,
yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. So it was really, I loved the boot camp. I've never joined a paid membership group or a group of any kind. This is the only one I've ever joined. It was the best decision. Because I'm short on time. I don't really like to be on social media a whole lot other than for the business. So it is like my one-stop shop for education. If I have a question, you're always there to answer it, or other members answer it. And if they don't know, somebody will find you the answer. So it's really my one-stop shop. I check it every day. If I need anything, I go there to get the answer. I don't have to browse around other Facebook groups, and there's a lot of negativity out there. So this is my one-stop shop. I know it's always going to be a positive, reassuring answer. So
thank you so much. Now, I wanted to point out, because I don't realize it may not be your tip, so I'm going to put it in there, and then I'm going to get a tip out of you for our sellers. So for you, because you're a consignment seller, is that your work on social media, besides putting your products out there, and you're on Instagram, you have a Facebook business page, is also to attract people to give you consignment items. It's so in effect, your social media is working for you both ways to sell your products at the same time you're attracting consignments, which is good for you. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So one of the things I loved was it's in the Social Media Insiders. I think it might be the first unit. I don't really remember, but it was find your ideal customer.
Yes.
And that really helped me to focus my social media. I mean, I have two ideal customers because one's the customer that's buying things and one is the consigner.
Yep.
But it really helped me to focus my social media and concentrate on, that customer and that consigner. So that was good.
Great point is know who your customer is, because that's who I need to speak to. Thank you so much. That's great. I might circle back.
One tip, I do have one tip, and
Come on.
is just keep going. Just put your head down. Just keep going. Whatever, just work through it. Don't get into all the negative, buy into there's a problem here and give up. You just keep going no matter what. You just keep going. You figure it out and you keep going. Don't give up.
Great reminder.
All right, that's it.
So much. No, good. So Scott, you're up next. So Scott, you're Virginia, correct, Scott?
Correct. I actually don't work out of my house. I have offices and storage space that I rent out of Yorktown, Virginia. I founded the company in February of 2017. And I think I've been on Insiders maybe a year now. I want to say it was after eBay opened last year that I joined up. Not really into social media other than just a user. And I saw it and just decided to join so I could learn more about leverage in social media. But I really found it wasn't even so much the social media aspect that helped me. It's the insider type tips. It's the insider training. I just love this group because everyone in here is very positive. Even if you have a slow selling day, people take accountability for that. They're not blaming eBay or coming up with excuses. Everyone holds themselves accountable. It kind of keeps going. So I really like that about the group. A lot of positive energy. It's very different from the other Facebook groups, eBay groups that you'll find online. But I started the company. I sell nothing but brand new items. I source everything. I source is new with tags. Buy them from a variety of sources. Always be sourcing, no matter where you're at. I have made deals in retail stores where I found a pallet of something, a case of something that looks like it hadn't been sold. Asked to speak to the manager, and hey, I'll take all of it. How much?
I love it. Now, Scott, so hang on. So you're walking into the store, and when you're saying you're seeing a pallet,
or just a case of a box of something that.
Okay, so you're seeing a lot of inventory out there that hasn't sold. Is this more like a mom and pop, or is this
you can do it at Walmart?
I love it.
It's manager discretion. Go during the weekdays. You're going to get the higher level of manager there, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 kind of time of day. And that's who you want to deal with. Usually their names are on the wall or the website, so you can actually find out the name of the manager of the store and just ask for them and just say, hey, I noticed this seasonal box is sitting here. I'll take it all. How much? Or make them an offer. I've had a number of them just say, make me an offer. Stores that are going out of business are great for that too.
That is fantastic.
So always be sourcing. Always talk to friends, neighbors, everyone. Carry cards with you. Tell people what you do. Always be looking for inventory. And one of the other smartest things I've done is there's a young lady back behind me working over my shoulder. Is hire somebody. Don't be scared to hire someone to do the things that either you don't like doing, that you're not good at, or that you procrastinate on. She's just been a huge blessing coming in here and working for us, finding things. We had, and I'll tell the story real quick. Bulk, got a big case from Bulk coming in. Bunch of sunglasses. I'm thinking $8 to $10. Throw them up on eBay. She found a rare pair of them, and I can't remember the brand. Tom Ford. They're selling for $300 on eBay. So she's like, these are selling for $300. I said, I would have sold them for $10. Yeah. So having good people in place to back you up is well worth it. You can hire people part-time, whatever. You don't have to commit to a bunch of hours. Bring them in and definitely get some help where you need it. So it also enables you to focus on some other things in the business too, and not get caught up in the day-to-day.
Because you can bring people in part-time. I mean, sometimes people feel like, oh my goodness, this is such a huge financial commitment or time commitment. No. And especially when you're first starting, you can bring people in, not necessarily like the setup that you have. For some people, using somebody virtually, you can hire somebody online, even just for an hour a week. I mean, it feels like, just an hour, but think about an hour being given back to you, like an hour being given to you, Scott, or to you, Jen, or Cheryl, or to Libby. Is an hour is such a gift. I mean, that's listing, that's sourcing, that's shipping, right?
And it holds me accountable too, because she's waiting for me to do my end, so I have to do my part so she can do her part, right? So we can really get some things done.
I love that she discovered the glasses were $300. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a price difference.
Yeah, and I mean that's just one thing that she's done. She's absolutely wonderful. I don't want her to hear me; it'll go to her head. It's absolutely wonderful, and I do highly recommend. You can find your own person; you can't have mine, but.
That's great.
Get a helper. Get a helper in there, because it really makes a world of difference.
That's a great.
You can pay them for a project. Pay them.
Yeah.
For a particular project or something.
That's fantastic. Good, Jen. I'm going to hop over to you, right next to Scott. So Jen, now how long have we known each other? It's so funny because when you're saying a year, it's like, Scott, I swear we've known each other for like 3 years. It's like, oops, no, wrong. And same thing with Libby.
Yeah, it's been a year for me too. I joined about a year ago, about the same time everybody else.
And where are you in the United States, Jen?
I'm in Carmel, Indiana, and it's just north of Indianapolis.
Okay. And for you, are you selling a variety? Do you find that you focus in on one specific category? What works for you for selling on eBay?
I'll sell anything, but I do have a large variety of things, but my favorite is like home decor and stemware, dinnerware, anything to decorate your house with seasonally. I like it all. If I can flip it all, if I can make money off it, I'll grab it.
Jen, have you found, because some sellers have been reporting with the pandemic that home decor sales have gone up just because people are in their homes so much more now. So they're like redecorating and doing things. Have you found that your home decor sales are up, or is it pretty much the same?
No, absolutely. Except for the past 2 weeks. Libby and I were talking this week. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. But besides that, from Christmas on, I was selling like crazy, almost to the point where I was feeling a little wore out. Like I needed a break.
Mm-hmm.
But, now I'm back, because of the past 2 weeks have been a little bit slower. Now I'm wishing that it was busier, but.
Now, when things slow down, do you go to specific things like you do more listing, you do more social media, or just take some personal time? What works for you when your sales do slow down?
The magic word is list. List. That's the magic word. And then sometimes I'll take, a day off or so. But if I'm feeling, a little down about sales, the big thing is to list.
It's great insights. So true. And being an insider, what's helped you the most? Is it the tips? Is it social media? Our guest experts? Our water cooler time? What helps you the most?
I think a little bit of it all. But one thing that I really appreciate from you is that you remind us about new things that are coming up or things that we need to understand, like the fall, information, or if something's awry or something's off or something's new, you're always really quick in telling us about it. I appreciate that. And also, if we have questions, you're always really fast in answering. I don't know too many other people that answer as quickly as you do.
Thank you so much.
When you ask a question, you don't want to wait till the next day for the answer. And you're really on top of it. I really appreciate that about you.
Oh, you're so welcome. There's one question in the group because you just reminded me. In fact, I've got to jump in the group with a question that somebody had. And actually, I'm still digging to get an answer, so I've got to get back and let the group member know. It's like, I haven't forgotten you. I just haven't gotten a definitive answer yet. But thank you, Jen. Yeah, I do try to get right back to people because I know for me is, I need to know right now because it's impacting my business. It's about a listing or it's about social media. And I want to know what's working. I don't want to waste my time. There's nothing more frustrating than thinking you have the right answer and finding out it's wrong. And then you've got like these 15, 20 listings or 50 listings, or you've got 30 social media posts and you need to go back and revise them all. It's like, oh, it's like, please don't waste my time.
To share a little bit of my testimony real quick. My husband lost his job, and within that, about a year ago. And so when that happened, I lost my health insurance. And so even though I was doing eBay, I really had to ramp up my sales to be able to have health insurance. You don't want to go without health insurance these days. And so the insiders for me really gave me some ideas on where to go to increase my sales. And I've been able to make it, and I really appreciate that.
Jen, I'm so glad. Good for you.
Health insurance is so expensive.
It is.
I just wasn't making enough money, and you just came up with a lot of ideas, a lot of things for us to try. And for everybody, it's a little bit different. Everybody, like you said, everybody has things that they do best or has problems with certain things. And I just appreciated the ideas to try.
You're welcome. I'm so glad it helped. And yay for paying for health insurance, right? So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. Cheryl, on to you. I know you and your family have certainly been facing a lot of things this year. So come on in. We've known each other for years, Cheryl. Yes, so I know it's got to be at least 5 or 6 years. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went through a major change 3 years ago. My husband started planning a church in a small town. Sorry about the dog.
And you're in the Kansas City area? Where are you, Cheryl?
In Wichita. I'm in Rose Hill, Kansas, which is about 30 minutes south of Wichita, which is south central Kansas. And I've been selling on eBay for 19 years. I started selling with my mom's estate, liquidating that. And that evolved into Funko Relics, which is my store. I sell vintage, antique, eclectic, mid-century stuff. And also just like for fun things. Like I added anime plush this week.
Great.
So yeah, I sell across dozens of categories also.
I love your store.
Thank you.
You posted it the other day, and I went to it and I was like, oh, I really like. There's a lot of really neat things on here.
And Cheryl, talk about that because I know you have found a lot of great ways to source inventory. I don't want you to give away any trade secrets, but particularly during the pandemic, because your sourcing has changed so dramatically. Just what's working for you now? And I know things are opening up now too. So what's been working for you for sourcing inventory?
Yeah, I had been going to estate sales primarily and some garage sales, but obviously that was not an option this winter. So I discovered the quitbid.com and other online sites where these estate sales take place online and where you only just have to pick up, and most of it's no contact pickup. I also got a little creative. When I'm talking about the anime plush that I've added, it's because I got bored over the winter. I like claw machines. Grandma's got skills. And so I had like 400 plushies that have arrived at my house from Japan. And I needed to get rid of those before my husband killed me. And, so we're selling those in the store and I'm in other venues now too, besides eBay. So yeah, you just got to be creative and look for alternative stuff.
And try different things, which I think is great. What's helped you in Insiders the most? Is it social media tips? Is it sourcing tips? Is it listing tips? Again, I know you've been with me for a while. So what's been working for you this past year?
Oh, all the above. It is really up to date, which I so appreciate. If I have a question, I know I can go there And if you don't know, I know you have the sources and the context to find out. As I've staged my business and tried to grow it really quickly the last few years, there's all kinds of information available on the website and in the files that I can look up, because I've gone from being on just eBay and playing with Bonanza to branching out to Poshmark and just this week I opened up a Facebook store on my business page.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, my tip would be just be fearless, expect change, and always be willing to try something new. And just because I'm a little older doesn't mean I have to stop trying something new and jumping off the cliff sometimes. And
I hear you on that. It's like every day sometimes, doesn't it? You're like, oh, more new. Oh, goody.
yes, hey, change. I love it.